I wanted to do things a little different this time around. I actually wanted to try something new. Um, yeah. So welcome to the other side of me that y'all probably have never seen. So I wanted to do things a little different this time around and bring y'all in and introduce you to a different side of me that I hardly speak about. We are in this area here. This is what I call my creation station. Of course, I wanted to come up with this super awesome, like mystical name, but it ended up being Creation Station. That's kind of what I've been referring to it as, and so that is what it shall be. But yeah, those who do not know me, I do like to obviously do DIYs and paint and sketch and draw and the whole 9 yards, really. This is quite literally my safe place. Today, I actually wanted to try something new. It's new to me, which is, and I hope I pronounce this correctly. Please forgive me if I don't. It is called geometry, I believe. Yeah, it's new. I find it so freaking cool the way, any type of drawing turns out with just, with that method. So, yeah, I wanted to share that with y'all. And of course, I will be working with watercolors today as well, which is actually fairly new to me. I am still experimenting with watercolors. So don't come at me if it looks funky, okay? I'm still learning. I'm still learning with the watercolors, but I absolutely enjoy it so much. It doesn't work exactly like paint, because with paint you can kind of still retrieve, and if you make a mistake you can actually correct it. Watercolors don't work that way, and I learned that very quickly. So it's you have to be very careful as of how you're going to do things. But anyways, without having to go too far in depth with this, let's go ahead and get started, guys. I hope y'all enjoy it. Well, hey guys, so I wanted to talk to y'all very quickly and explain a little bit of what I meant in the beginning of the video with, seeing a different side of me. This is a side that I've always been fairly quiet about, just because that's just something I enjoy and never felt the need to be vocal about, I suppose. Because I don't consider myself like a expert or anything like that. It's just something that I just enjoy. And it's by that I mean, drawing and painting and creating. I've done it since I was a kid, and have always emotionally invested in myself when it came down to this. In the light of just so much change happening already in my life, I just thought, what's one more thing? And that's my channel, I have tried everything under the sun when it comes down to my channel. From trying things that trend and comedy and makeup. I don't even know why I went that route. I'm not very good at it. But yeah, I came to realization, just you know what, this is just not making me happy, which kind of resulted in me taking so many breaks. And I said to myself, you know what, I do something that makes you happy, and this is something that truly makes me happy. So I I hope that I continue to receive y'all support when it comes down to these changes that are occurring in my channel, and y'all can look forward to more DIYs, painting and creating. I'm probably gonna change my title to that. But yeah, there's so much positivity happening in my life, guys. I'm so excited. So many changes that are in process. Some permanent, some not so permanent. That I will later speak about. I can't right now. And yeah, I'm just happy with Natalie finally taking care of Natalie and not neglecting myself so dang much. I'm finally threw in the towel and asked for help, and I'm receiving help, and I am seeing better days, definitely. Let me just start off with I totally mispronounced that. It is geometric. And even then, I think I mispronounced it, but hey, y'all get the idea. With this project, I definitely suggest planning it out to do in your spare time, because it does take some time to get it done. But I really did enjoy it. Definitely one of those stress reliever kind of things, because you definitely have to hyper focus and figure out where you want everything placed, your lines, and that it looks good. So yeah, it took me a span of 2 days to finish this, including the painting with the watercolors. But I absolutely enjoyed it. So if you haven't figured it out just yet, I did choose to make a cat with the geometric design. Now I chose a cat because I just think they're just so classy, and I just love how they sit and they just observe everything. I think they're just the coolest creatures on this planet. I do love cats. I know a lot of people don't. I don't understand why. I think they're pretty cool. So yeah, nothing like drawing and having some chamomile tea or té de manzanilla. I have to tell you, this was tough. Okay, there was a lot of erasing that took place. It really was, because I thought when I had placed the lines that I wanted them a certain way, but then I realized I didn't want them like that because they weren't going to correlate with the rest of the lines. And so there was like a lot of back and forth, which I think is what was more time consuming than anything else, was just that alone. Having to place the lines and making sure that it looks good with the rest of the body. But oddly enough, where I struggled the most most definitely was the tail and the feet, which you will see in a bit. So unfortunately, my camera went dead right before I even got to finish my drawing. So we're going to go directly to the painting portion. Now, when it came to the painting, I did have I was inspired to do it a certain way, but I ended up doing something completely different. To be completely honest, I wasn't satisfied with how I painted it, because yeah, you'll see why. But yeah, I feel like maybe I should have planned it out. Initially, I just wanted to categorize the colors, but I got a little too excited, and then I started putting different colors everywhere. So yeah, it definitely didn't go the way I wanted it, but I think it still turned out pretty cool. So there you go. Let's adjust the angle. So here I realized, I don't like the colors all over the place. Let me try at least to categorize them by color palette, so it doesn't look so all over the place. I don't know. I think it did still come out okay. And I just want to forewarn you, if you hear ruckus in the background, that is my child playing with cars and slamming them against things. So just making y'all aware. But yeah, one thing about watercolors that I learned, well, there's so much that I'm still learning. Like the simple fact that if you use too much water, then your paint becomes really runny, which is like a very obvious thing. But no, in water, it just skedaddles everywhere. It just goes. It just goes. There is no stopping it. One thing I figured out, especially with this type of drawing, is that I would go and paint one triangle. And the problem with that is that obviously that area is going to be wet, and then I would go and work on the triangle next to it with a different color. I quickly found out that if they're both wet, well, guess what? They're just gonna run into each other. Now, in some triangles, it did create a pretty cool effect, but in others, it did not. So yeah, I learned that very quickly. So what I started to do, probably too late in the game, I had to work on a different triangle, like in the total opposite, area of where I was initially working, so that the waters wouldn't bleed together, because that's what ended up happening. They bled together. But some did work, well, like the green and the bluish. It kind of created kind of like an ombre look. So this is interesting. Like I said, I wasn't too happy with the color, but I don't think it came out too bad. I think it could have been worse, to be honest. And it does kind of remind me of like the stained glass, like the ones that the churches have, or almost like diamondly like crystal. Okay, I'm just trying to make myself feel better. But I don't think overall is that bad. I think I did okay. So I hope y'all liked it, guys. I really do. I hope y'all do. It took me a while. And that is it for today's video, guys. I hope y'all enjoyed it. I hope y'all enjoyed this type of content as well. If y'all do, don't forget to hit that like button and help a homegirl out. As well as if you haven't subscribe. It is free, guys. And if you want to keep up with my videos, you can always hit that notification bell. It will send you notifications every single time I upload on my channel. Yeah, so I hope y'all enjoyed it, guys. And I will continue to create content for you. And I hope y'all like it. And I will see y'all next time. Stay positive. Bye.